welcome to Synthaholic Games. It's me, a Davido.
And I'm Zelda.
Oh, hi, Princess Zelda. Nice to see you
God.
today.
Oh man,
Hi, just Princess
David.
Zelda.
So the Switch 2 was announced.
Oh man, I'm so excited for the Switch 2, Brian. Are you excited for the Switch 2? I've never been more excited for a console in my entire life. I don't even know how to contain myself, Brian. I mean, Zelda.
Well, you're gonna have to contain yourself a little longer because
Oh
the
my
Switch
god.
releases on June 6th, 2025.
June 6th. Oh
Or
man.
June 8th. I don't know. One of those days.
It should be on June 9th, so it would be 69.
What?
6-9?
Oh, the month
Yeah,
number
six
followed
nine.
by the.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
6-9.
guess that could be a day they could release it, but
They should
they're
do
not gonna
6-9.
do that.
Ah, every
Well,
every good
the
thing should release on 6-9. Oh, it's good it's not releasing on 6-9 because the Switch 2 is a terrible, terrible product.
well, it might not be a terrible product, but the value is terrible. How about
Yes.
that?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Let's break it down because this is all we wanted to talk about. This was basically Nintendo. There's other news, whatever. We don't care about it. We're here to break down Nintendo.
There's just so much wrong with this thing. It'll take up our entire time this week. So
yeah. Yes, the Switch one was groundbreaking at the time that it came out. Price point, the games, the stuff. It was everybody loved the Switch one when it came out.
But it was based on old hardware. Like the Tegra architecture it was built on, the sequel was already out. The Tegra 2 was already out, and they didn't use it. They used the oldest one. So the system launched
with
out of
old
date.
tech.
Out of date.
But it didn't matter. Nintendo made it work. It made it. It potentially. We don't have the numbers right now. We won't have them until the end of the year. But the Switch 1 might be the best-selling console of all time. So it definitely was a success.
Yes.
The Switch 2 is coming out.
You bought a Switch. You pre-ordered my Switch for me because we worked at different
times. We did get a Switch on the same day at the same GameStop. I picked them up. So we were there for the day one Switch thing. The Switch 2 thing, I don't think you and I are going to be there getting a Switch 2 on day one. Now, what we know about the Switch 2, the good, is it does seem like it's a good update. It does seem like the better screen, better processing, better graphics.
Higher refresh rates.
Some modern ideas, AI stuff, ray tracing. It's got the stuff. It's got the things. It's now going to be able to run the games that come out, the Cyberpunk games, the FromSoft games, the big games.
Last gen's games now. Good job,
The
Nintendo.
what?
We can run last generation's games now.
Yes, it can run last gen games now. So it seems like it is a more powerful console. However, David, I think that is where the good ends. Is there any other good stuff besides it just seems like it's a good update? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else that's good. It's just a good update.
I mean, yeah, it's a decent update. They said it's launching for $450.
I also agree that they shouldn't have done anything drastic. I think just make it just a bumping up what the Switch 1 was, correcting some stuff from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2. I think that's all they needed to do.
I wish they would have corrected some more stuff because the Joy-Cons are not ergonomic whatsoever. They should make the buttons and joysticks slightly
a little more ergonomic.
More ergonomic, so that you're not moving your thumbs up. You can move them, more like diagonally, like you would on a regular controller. I wish they were a little bit wider, so it would feel more like a pro controller. I hate how small and constrictive. I mean, granted, they are physically larger, but we're still at the same, like, directly above each other, like the Switch 1. Yes. I really wish it was a more ergonomic Joy-Cons. I would have loved more ergonomic Joy-Cons for the Switch 1, and they never made them. I'm like, why? Like I love the idea of a split controller because that just feels more ergonomic to hold instead of, like, being cramped, holding your hands close together. I like the idea of them being two separate in my hands, but the fact that they're not ergonomic in your hands,
like not comfortable enough to actually utilize it that way.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's disappointing that they didn't, like, take that to the next level of ergonomics, because I mean, like, and it also feels like they're pulling, all their same tricks they used to with their handhelds. So, like, granted, the system is better. It's got a better screen, higher refresh rate screen, but it's not OLED, which means in about 6 months, in about 6 months, they're going to sell an OLED version after this one, because like Nintendo always did that. They would release a Game Boy, then they would release a Game Boy that had a light in the system, and then they'd release the next Game Boy, and they didn't have a light, and then they would release it 6 months later, and oh, this one's got a light in it now, so you can see what's happening on the screen. And it's just
so hopefully they can capture people buying it twice.
Nintendo's always
it's kind of similar to what Sony kind of does the same thing too with the like PS5, PS5 Pro.
But I mean, it's an actual.
It's not as egregious.
It's an actual hardware bump. This is like the minimum.
Yeah, they're adding like
this
features.
Is a light in the screen, so you can see it in the dark.
They didn't have the technology to add a light when they originally made it. It took 6 months.
No, but the thing is, like the next generation system, which came out years, would launch without a light. They would come with a light. Like they did that for several generations of Game Boy. Really egregious then, and it's egregious now that they're still like purposely putting out a subpar product to resell it, to make people buy another one. Nintendo's always been anti-consumer, and I feel like the light being inside your Game Boy part of it, and they're just doing the same thing. It's right out of their playbook. Put something out, and then put something out a little bit later with a little bit better screen. They're still doing it. I'm like, come on, Nintendo.
I feel like that's not the biggest problem we got here.
No, it's not, but it's just an old wound that like is never gonna heal with Nintendo, and it drives me nuts. And other people are bringing this up when I hear people complain about the Switch too, and I'm like, I want to bring up my problems with Nintendo that have been there for decades. Them and their
they've always done this.
They've always done the screen BS. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But
if there's a way to come out with a worse screen and then make it a better screen 6 months later, or maybe a little bit more than 6 months, but like if there's a way to do it, Nintendo will find out.
Nintendo's all about like, oh, it's got a better screen now.
Nintendo does what most Nintendo don't.
Oh, absolutely. So Brian, so what is the news that people are really upset about?
I think it might be the price.
Well, the system price is a little high. I think 400 would have been like.
Oh, I'm talking about the game price.
Oh, well, I mean, people are also complaining about the system's price. The system's price, it is what it is. It's not as expensive as a PS5 or whatever, but
yeah. I'm not as mad at the system prices. I'm worried about what Nintendo's setting for the rest of the industry with the price of the game. I agree with you that the price of the system it's fine. It is a price jump from what the Switch one was, but like, do we expect it to go down? No.
Well, no, but I mean, like $100 more would have made more sense than $150. And the fact that the unlocked version in Japan is also selling for about $150 less, give or take.
I guess we'll have to go to Japan and pick up one.
Well, it's a Japanese only version, so they're charging.
We'll have to figure it. Maybe we'll have to figure. I'm sure there's gonna be YouTube videos out there of somebody going to get a Japanese Switch 2 and then like breaking it so it works.
It's just weird that the unlocked version is just cost so much more. I'm like, well, why? I mean, it's the same hardware, other than that it's do languages really cost that much?
I mean, they probably do cost a lot to localize everything. It probably costs more than you would think it would. Well, no, there's a lot of languages out there.
The localization of the game, but like it only reads Japanese cartridges. It's regional.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's just a nod to Japan because Nintendo is a Japanese company. It's probably, it's something like that. I'm sure. But that's not the problem. The problem is that like it seems like Nintendo's going to sell $80, $90 games for some reason, which makes me worried about what not that really you and I ever buy these types of games anymore, where they're these full price AAA experiences. We normally will get games that are on sale unless it's something that we really want to play. Yeah. But for the most part, I'm worried that okay, now GTA 6 is coming. What are they going to charge for that? Is that going to be $70? I mean, there's speculation that's going to be over $100 for that game now.
People were speculating it was going to be $100 before Nintendo went and did this nonsense with $80 games.
Yeah. Now, how do you feel if the game legitimately is like a next, like it's actually? Do you think we should what is a good AAA price at this point? Because $60 or $59.99, whatever. That wasn't going to be able to stay forever. I mean, in the 90s, it was $60, which was a ton then, and now the money's getting less and less valuable. So I feel that the price of the games would have to go up. But like, what should that price be?
We haven't even seen full adoption of $70 games yet.
The $70 thing is like a newer thing.
That's not even a standard. Nintendo's like, hold my beer. We're gonna just jump up to 80. I mean, they're a profitable company. They make a ton of money on their system and their games already, and now they're asking for $20 more. It's not because they're hurting for money. Nintendo's an insanely profitable company. They make a ton of money on their stuff because their stuff is low effort and they don't put a lot of time and money into it. They can just get a lot of money. They just re-release the same thing over and over and over again. Like the fact that Bowser wouldn't said that
if you can't afford a Switch 2, buy a Switch 1.
Well, he said that he's channeling Don Matrick. Did Don Matrick die? Was he reincarnated into Bowser? Like, what happened? Is Don we're getting some really bad vibes. Because oh my god, that's a thing.
I feel like he said Doug Bowser. He comes out of like cryo sleep like twice a year, and then says something, and then goes back into cryo sleep and comes out in 6 months again.
I just don't understand. Like they're saying that Mario Kart is going to be $80. It's going to be worth $80. That's $80 digitally. So it'll be $90 physically. What?
I don't know. That seems really expensive for like.
I mean, the only Mario Kart isn't worth $60. It's a racing games, and they're never that spectacular. Like a lot of times they're using.
But they are good games. So, I mean, those Mario Kart games are some of the best selling games of all time.
I'm not saying they're bad games. I'm just saying like they're not like spectacular.
Oh, it's not like Red Dead 2.
It's not like Red Dead 2. Exactly. It's not like going to be huge with in-depth systems and everything. Like Mario Kart's Mario Kart. Mario Kart doesn't change that much. I mean, they might add a couple of new tracks, but even Mario Kart 8 had a ton of old tracks in it. It's not like.
Well, they were like DLC. I guess. Would you be okay if I would be more accepting is if it was an $80 game, buy Mario Kart for $80, and then it comes with all the DLC. If you never had to pay for any of the DLC.
Oh, but
I could see that being more acceptable.
But that's not what's happening.
No, they'll probably charge you for the DLC as well when that comes out, because there will be. They'll be like, we're bringing back tracks from Nintendo 64.
we're bringing back the original Mario Kart tracks from Mario Kart on SNES.
Yeah, and then there'll be YouTube videos of people saying it's worth it because they're not just porting the tracks over; they're being rebuilt. And
oh yeah, okay, sure.
They're rebuilt for the Switch 2. That's why it's worth it.
Built from the ground up for the Switch 2. I don't know.
Yeah, they're built from the ground up and not just ported over.
I mean, I do think variable game prices for some things make sense. Like GTA 6 being more than $70 makes sense because GTA 6 is going to be the most expensive game ever made.
GTA also pushes. I mean, Rockstar Games push the boundaries of like what's possible at the time when it comes out. Like, there's still. I don't think there's any game that's still. Red Dead is now a couple of years old, and what matches it in terms of like those in-depth systems that game has? Cyberpunk maybe.
I mean,
I can't think of any other.
More of an RPG, but yeah, I mean, Red Dead's systems are crazy, especially
like you just follow CPUs around and they live actual lives.
the wildlife system in Red Dead is bananas. Like the way the wildlife spawns and how it interacts and so I'm assuming really GTA crazy.
6 will be something. It'll be some next. This is going to be the actual next gen that we're going into. I don't think Mario Kart though is that game to do that though.
No.
Well, would be the game that pushes us to that $80 point. I mean, sure. From the trailer and gameplay I saw, I was like, yeah, it looks like a fine Mario Kart game. They understand how to make a Mario Kart game. They've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah, but I mean, Mario Kart's like a $60 game to me. I mean, like actually, that's too much for Mario Kart. I mean, I barely buy games at full price. Like like you said, unless it's something I want to have on day one, I almost never buy anything. And with Nintendo, you have to buy it at full price because Nintendo never puts anything on sale because.
And you'll have to buy it in like 10 years for $80 too. This new Mario Kart will be the same price in 10 years.
If it's being sold at all.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll be still being sold. This isn't going to make Nintendo go out of business.
Well, no. I just mean like if that version of the game is because it'll be Mario Kart World for Switch
like
3 at that point, and it'll
like
be
a complete edition or something. Because right now they're making all games for both Switch 1 and Switch 2, I think.
No, Mario Kart World is not going to be on Switch 1.
Oh, is Donkey Kong?
I don't know, probably not. I'm assuming they're got to keep the games exclusive so that
people buy. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But I mean, Doug Bowser did say that or it was some quote where it's like you can buy the Switch 1. It's still available.
Well, yeah, he's just saying, yeah, buy your Switch 1 and buy old games.
Sounds like something Todd Howard would say.
That's such a something that Don Matrick exactly said.
Yeah, that too.
Oh my! It's such a bad take. It's so anti-consumer, and Nintendo's always been anti-consumer in my mind, and it's just egregious.
And we're both gonna go get a Switch 2 day one.
Oh, absolutely not. I understand there's inflation and that, like, there's things happen and that, sure, if you adjust for inflation, we spent more money back in the 90s and than $80, and I'm like, I don't care. It's still a lot of money right now. Things aren't getting cheaper in general; they're getting more expensive, and in general, pay hasn't gone up that much, year over year. Statistic.
Yeah,
and it with pay not going up and things being more expensive, that doesn't out favor.
We'll have to see how
I really hope
this goes. I feel like there's no way. I feel like there's. The thing is, they are offering for it's $50 more and you get the Mario Kart game.
Yeah, for $500
if you get the bundle.
If you get the bundle, but the bundle will sell out first because there's not going to be that many of them. So then that's the only time you can get it for $50 instead of.
I'm curious. I am curious to see how this is going to play out for them because I mean, Nintendo's been around. They know what they're doing. So if they put these price points on it, they believe people are just going to buy the games. So they're confident. But but for normal people, I'm not so confident. But I'm also not an expert, so
I hope this is the Wii U 2. I hope this crashes and burns. The terrible takes the company's taking, the terrible prices they're doing. The Switch 1 was hugely popular, but the Wii was hugely popular, and they called the sequel to the Wii U, and it bombed. And it didn't even jack
up. It bombed for other reasons, though.
But they didn't jack up the price.
The price wasn't the problem with the Wii U. It was like the marketing and stuff for the Wii U. Like people didn't even know what a Wii U was.
They didn't know it was a different console. But that's the thing. The Switch 2, it looks so close to the Switch 1. They might have the same problem with normies.
Maybe. We'll have to.
You know what I mean?
That remains to be seen.
That's the thing. I mean, the problem was people thought the Wii U was just a gamepad for the old Wii.
Yeah, for the
because
Wii.
The marketing was so bad. And it says Switch 2, but it looks just like a Switch 1, just bigger. So I mean, like.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if they can. I'm sure that's something Nintendo was thinking about when they were making their next console. What do we do? We don't want to have another Wii U moment.
And I agree with what you said at the beginning, is that the Switch is just more of what the Switch 1 was, just bigger and better. And like that was the right way to go. But these game prices are just insane in variable games. So
that's not the right way to go.
No, it's absolutely not the right way to go. So like the thing is, they're setting the precedent. So like, we're saying, oh, Mario Kart's an $80 game because it's a premium product. So that means all the third-party games are they going to be 70? Because
does that mean the Pokemon game should be like 20?
Probably. If the variable pricing goes down that low, that's great. But not everything even launches at 70. And if we go back and look at other things, game's not even out. Clear Obscure Expedition 33. That game's $50.
But we don't know how expansive that game is yet.
I don't care. It looks good.
I mean, it looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be a bigger game than Mario Kart. Because Mario Kart really, like, what can you do? Like they were boasting how Mario Kart is an open world. It's like, oh, it's a racing game. All you do is race. It's like that is the game. You race.
Yeah, it's
the graphics look good. I will admit, Nintendo somehow has this like their own like graphic style that it does look good. Like those first party Nintendo games, even for the Switch 1, still look good. I think they do. I think they look good, and I don't know how Nintendo's able to do that still, but The Mario Kart game does look like it's probably going to be a decent game. It's just too much for what a racing game is.
Not worth $80, 100%. Or
Yeah.
90 if you buy it physical. And some physical games don't even come with a physical copy. They just come with a code. So you're paying more for the same product where you just get a code to put in, download it online. Like,
Yeah.
and then, like, what? Like, people love collecting Nintendo games. People like one of my
you still can.
Not with the Switch 2. You can't collect it.
Oh yeah, but you can still get the little thingy. It just won't have a game on it.
Yeah, but that's not the same. You can't, if it doesn't have the game on it, it's not the physical copy. People love their physical media and love collecting things. I mean, one of my friends,
people collect everything.
An extremely expansive collection of NES games. He has so many of them. He has like he had shelves built just for tons of original Nintendo games because he likes to collect these things.
Collecting them, sure.
And he plays them, and it's absolutely like Nintendo's always been about that collector thing, and like they're just
that's the only reason why they're making a physical copy, or not even a physical cartridge. An empty physical cartridge.
And then they're charging $10 more for it than the digital one. And then it's got a C button, and the C button is for their chat function, and you don't.
It's paywalled.
And they have a button that's paywalled. Like, oh, do I have to pay a different fee for my analog stick to work?
But do you have to pay? Now, see, now that's why I'm a little bit conflicted. Because do you have to pay for Xbox and PlayStation to get chat functionality?
I don't know. I don't use them.
But it's like I don't want to just like dog on Nintendo if the other two do the same thing. Well, but I don't think they don't have a dedicated button. Nintendo or PS5 has that mute button, but I don't know if that's just for chat or not. I don't know if that'll mute everything or just like is it just a dedicated button for chat? I don't know.
Xbox Live was required to even play games online, so that would also have enabled the chat. I don't know if Switch works online without the service, or if the service is just for the chat feature. With PlayStation, God, the last time I played a PlayStation game online was on
I don't think I never have. I don't think.
PS4, and I don't think I had to pay for PlayStation Plus to play games online. PlayStation Plus just gave you like free games for the month.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
You and I are so used to just not paying for online because we only really play on PC. So it doesn't cost us anything. So I don't know too much about the console stuff.
It's just like you console peasants. Why are you?
But it's like, is Nintendo just catching up to what Sony and Xbox already do, or not? You know, like I don't want to just call out Nintendo saying they shouldn't do it, but obviously having a dedicated physical button that's paywalled is kind of stupid.
No console should make you pay to play online. You already pay for your internet service.
Yeah. Now you got to pay to access the internet.
Yes, on your console. Like it's just it's such a I hate it. I hated Xbox Live for that.
You got to see, that's why you have to pay your $25 a month so you can have a friend list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they got to store that friend list in a database server somewhere. It's got to be put somewhere. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure PlayStation doesn't require, unless they've changed things with PS5. I don't know. I haven't played 5 online.
I haven't.
I've only played single player games really on my PlayStation 5. Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and God of War Ragnarok.
And Call of Duty.
Oh, and Final Fantasy.
You're a big 15. Call of Duty fan.
Well, that's a multiplayer game. I don't play multiplayer games.
No, you're a big fan of Call of Duty games.
Absolutely.
Oh man, but yeah, that's we're not happy with Nintendo.
No I'm not going to get a
Switch. I don't want to say that I'm never going to get a Switch 2, but I will say that I don't plan on getting a Switch 2 right now at this current time.
Well, I mean, I think it was a couple Sit the Hall of games ago. You asked me if I was going to get a Switch 2, and I said, you know, if there's a new Bayonetta game that I want to play. But now I'm like, I don't think $80 is worth it.
Well, if it does the variable pricing and the Bayonetta game's only worth $40, you know, maybe you'll get it.
But yeah, no, but their bottom is $70.
Oh, that's their bottom price?
Yeah, so because Donkey Kong is $70 digital, so it'll be $80
yeah,
physical.
But those aren't first-party Nintendo games.
So,
or is it? Is Bayonetta first-party?
Well, Bayonetta's exclusive to Nintendo because they like bought the rights to.
Yeah, but like the Mario games are always like those are the most expensive. But then there's tons of other games that are third-party games that aren't as much as the first-party Mario games.
I'm pretty sure their bottom's gonna be 70
for all games.
I think so.
There's no way. There's no way like an indie dev's gonna put up like a game that's gonna be not every game on there is gonna be $70.
Well, no, I'm saying from like a AAA studio. I don't think they're gonna. I don't even think AAA are gonna let the game be 70 because Borderlands 4. Are they gonna say their game is less than Mario Kart? So they're gonna probably.
I would. If I mean, in reality, let's be honest here. That Borderlands game is probably gonna be bad.
I mean, sure. Because they haven't released a good Borderlands game since Borderlands 2. But yeah, so. But is Randy Pitchford gonna say Borderlands is worse than?
How could he deny? How could he deny that?
Randy Pitchford said the Borderlands movie was great. So I mean, you can't really believe anything.
You think he actually believes that?
I wouldn't be surprised, but he said it. Whether he believes it or not, who knows? But he said it.
Oh man. I feel like just thinking about the Borderlands movie makes me feel gross. It makes me feel weird.
Where did Kate Blanchett in a red wig touch you, Brian?
I never watched the movie, but
she touch you in a no.
Just thinking about, I feel like it shouldn't exist. Like it just shouldn't be a thing. Same thing with the Minecraft movie.
It
shouldn't be a thing. But it is.
Absolutely.
And here we are.
It should not be a thing. I don't know. Nintendo is just.
Just Nintendo. Nintendo.
I really hope this kicks them in the balls, and I really hope that they have another Wii U type reception of this. I mean, I know.
I also hope that the next president of Nintendo has the last name like Peach or something like that. Something
Peach,
like somebody that has a nicer name.
Oh man, it would be great is if the next Nintendo president is Bowserette.
That's not an official Nintendo character though. Maybe that's what Doug Bowser his name is kid.
Maybe that's what it would take to make her an official character.
I mean, how could we ever think that Doug Bowser was going to be one of the good guys when his last name is the main villain of the company he works for?
It's true. How could you? Things are just going to get worse and worse in Nintendo while Bowser's there.
Yeah, they got to get rid of him. How much power does he actually have?
He's
the president of Nintendo America, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
But like, how much power does he have over like the actual HQ people that are in Japan? Can the people in Japan just tell him what to do?
Yeah, but Reggie.
And what's the point of him?
Apparently, Reggie Fils-Aimé did beg them to release Wii Sports with the Wii U because that is a good value proposition. Nintendo didn't want to do it, but they finally caved to him. So I mean, like
he was right.
I mean, it made it a way bigger seller, like having a game bundled in. But I mean, Nintendo bundled a game like Mario with the original Famicom and Duck Hunt. Like at least on mine came with Mario and Duck Hunt on the same cartridge. So I mean, like was kind of incredible back in the day. Like they should always do that.
Oh, they are. You just have to pay more.
Oh yeah, and their tech demo is $10. Their tech demo to that shows you about the console.
Yeah, that's crazy that
Astro's
they're charging money
Playroom
for that.
was free.
Yeah, and it was like a full game too.
I mean, it was a short, but I mean, yeah, it was a decent little. It was a good tech demo. It was a good game, and then they came out with the full Astrobot. Game of the year.
That was also a good game. I played that.
It's just insane. Nintendo is so greedy. And they don't make good Pokemon games anymore, and they sue people who do make good Pokemon games. Like,
I just make a good Pokemon game, please. But if they stay true to their word and the quality of their next Pokemon game is the same as like Sword and Shield or whatever the heck the new one is, it feels like that game should be worth about $20. I think that's fair. If they're saying like based on the quality, Mario Kart has to be a $90 game. Based on the quality, Pokemon should be $20.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that variable, but yeah, you mean Scarlet and Violet because that game was like
Is that the new one? I don't know. I don't remember what the new. I haven't played any of them since the DS one that you and I played. What was
Sun and Moon?
Yeah, I liked that game.
Sun and Moon was good. Sword and Shield was all right, and then
that was the last. Sun and Moon was the last Pokemon game I played. That was a good one. I really enjoyed that one.
Been a lot.
Yeah,
it was good.
That was the last good game for me that I played from Pokemon. Except Pokemon Go. I guess I have played Pokemon Go before. That game's not very good either, though.
No, it's not.
It's not really a game you play. I don't know what that game is. That game's weird. It's like a social game. It's like you don't go play it by yourself. You know what I mean?
Like hang out with people and like take a walk.
Yeah, I mean, I also haven't played Pokemon Go since you and I have played it at one of those Game Fest.
Since I lived in Buffalo.
Yeah, I haven't played it since the last Go Fest or Pokemon Fest or whatever the heck they call them.
Yeah, Go Fest.
Anyway, yeah, don't buy the Switch 2. I think is going to be our messaging.
Yeah, don't buy the Switch 2. Don't buy the Switch games.
At least not on release. I don't know. Maybe later down the line.
Yeah, squeeze them, make them sweat. Like, wait and see if they drop the price. Because I mean,
if they come out with decent price, good games, like that's where I'm loyal. I'm loyal to good games and good pricing and good like that's where if you make a good product, I will be there to consume that product. That's just how it works.
Like if it's $70 for the physical version and $60 for the digital one, that's fair because I mean they're still making money.
That'll never happen.
Sure, but I mean, like I do think digital games should cost less than physical games because
makes sense.
There's no packaging. There's no nothing physical being sent. Like
manufacturing. There's none of that.
None of that costs. So I think digital games should cost less, but I think $70 should be where the physical game is, and $60 should be where because the physical. I mean, like we said earlier, like Expedition 33 is going to launch at $50 for the base game. Like that's a good deal, and I'm as long as there's not like rampant technical issues, I plan to get that day one. Or around the day one. I want to hear what people say.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple demos and people that have played it, and every so far what I've seen of this game, based on trailers and based on feedback of people who's played the game, it seems like it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I've heard lots of good things, but I haven't heard people talk about performance.
It has a good cast too. It has a very good cast as well.
So I'm looking forward to getting this game and supporting it when it comes out because I want to support good games that come out at decent prices and everything.
Yeah, and that's what we're all about, man. If they want to shove slop down our throats, I'm gonna throw it back up.
Yeah, just go to Doug Bowser and just like barf on him. It's like, I'm sorry, your Mario Kart's disgusting.
I mean, I believe that Mario Kart will be a good game. I just think it's too much money for what Mario Kart as a game is.
Yes.
I think it'll be a good game. I think it's going to review very highly. But
sure, but Mario Kart
I'm not paying that much. Maybe when I get a Switch 2, if I get a Switch 2, I'm not against the price of the Switch 2. I'm against the prices of the game. So if they drop the price of the game and they keep the same Switch 2 price, I'd be more inclined to get it.
Sure, but I mean, I'm still not gonna get it day one. There's nothing.
I'm not getting it day. Oh no, I'm not getting it day one either. I'm saying I'm talking like a year from now when there's like more games, or maybe a game will come out that I really want to play. I do like From Software now. I'm a big From Software game. There is this From Software game that's going to be exclusive to the Switch.
Oh yeah,
that's coming out.
Or is it Dustborn, right?
Yeah, something like that. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be a game where it's like I need to play it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be as good as Elden Ring. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Either way, don't buy a Switch 2 at launch. Just make Nintendo think that it's going to be a failure, and then when they lower the price, we can tell them it's not a failure.
Yeah, I mean, just vote with your wallet. If they're, I think make them sweat. Make them sweat. Make them think this is going to be a Wii U situation. I really, really, really want this to be a Wii U situation. So please try and make this happen. I want Nintendo to suffer and stop being anti.
And if we get 5 likes on this video, David will go buy a Switch 2.
No.
How many likes does it take?
Probably 2 million.
2 million likes? 2 million likes and David will buy a Switch 2. 2 million likes and we'll podcast on the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, 2 million likes. So we can do some suffering by watching Minecraft and buying a Switch 2.
Exactly. Together. We'll can you watch the Minecraft movie on the Switch? Probably not. Not right away, at least.
I don't think they've announced any movie streaming service. Although I guess Netflix.
Yeah, but can I like download like Amazon on my Switch and then stream the Minecraft movie when it comes out on Amazon to rent? Is there an app for Amazon on the Switch?
I don't know. I have no clue.
I don't know either. Either way, I've been Brian. No, oh wait, that's right. I'm Zelda. And
I'm
email David at synthaholics@yahoo.com. Oh no, you've been Mario.
David.
Email Mario. Email Davido at synthaholics@yahoo.com.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell him why he should go get a Switch 2 and watch the Minecraft movie on it.
Hell yeah, tell me why I'm wrong about the Switch 2. And why I'm wrong about
tell him why he's completely missed the mark on the Switch 2.
Tell me why Nintendo is an anti-consumer. See if I believe you. I probably won't.
Oh man, you get like a dissertation.
Yeah, I can't wait for my dissertation on the Switch 2. Brian's gotten a couple comments that ended up being dissertations.
Me?
No, people have commented toward you like big long things a couple times. It was pretty.
Oh,
funny.
Really? I'm controversial. You're welcome. If anybody is still listening to this, I don't read the comments or anything.
Read the comments, Brian. You should do that.
Yeah, but if there's something good, you should just tell me about it.
I mean, I do.
That's true. I don't know if I really. I don't. When did people? Anyway,
this is
2 million likes, and I'll read the comments. I'm not interested in growing the channel. I'm interested in just like causing chaos.
Causing chaos, exactly. But if you grow the channel, it's some more chaos.
That is true. I don't know how to do that though.
Read the comments.
Obviously I don't know how to do that because we're struggling there.
Read the comments and reply to them. It's engagement.
That's true. We'll have to look into that. I'll have to read a dissertation about it. Why I should read the comments.
Why you should rewatch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh God, I don't know if there's a dissertation that could convince me of that. I'll watch the first one. Anyway, I've been Zelda. You've been David O. Don't buy the Switch 2. Goodbye, O.
Goodbye, O.